Hello Glee fans, this is Shamus Kelley, video producer for The Tower Light, here with your opinionated Glee review of Season 4, Episode 14, I Do. This episode, I think actually started off promising. Yeah, it did start with Rachel, and you know how much I really hate Rachel if you've never watched the show before, but it sort of focused on the kids at McKinley, which I was all about, because I'm like, oh hey, actually focusing on the part of the show they should do, none of this New York crap, but the high school stuff, which I actually kind of vaguely enjoy sometimes. But, my first note is fuck Rachel. But seriously, why do they keep coming home? Like, look, I understand we live in a magical fantasy world of TV land, but I'm pretty sure that taking, like a train or a plane or whatever from New York to Ohio is not inexpensive, and especially for kids living in goddamn New York, I feel like their budgets are kind of tiny, especially as starving college students. So, Emma, as always, is really good in this episode. Her actress really brings it, although her lip singing and her song later was pretty atrocious. Like, I think now, once again, maybe I'm just applying too much logic to the situation, and sometimes when people are in situations, don't think clearly, but Emma, just tell Mr. Shu you can't, just tell him Finn kissed you. It's really not that hard. And Finn's like, she's like, oh, you're making me keep a secret from him. Oh, you don't have to do anything that kid tells you to do, lady, okay? That kid is a creepy pedo kid, all right? So let's not have that. And they made an Asian bird flu joke with Tina. Great job, Glee writers. The one little scene with Puck chilling with his, brother and all that was kind of funny. It's that because he's supposed to be an idiot, and then they made commentary on him like he's dating a sophomore. Like, I'll give them that. It was a little funny. So I liked the new kid. His name is Ryder, but I liked him because his reaction seemed kind of genuine. Like he was trying to help his friend, but the problem was that he still was like, oh, I still like her, but I still want her to be happy, but I'm helping him. And oh no, I was not, whatever that does. And again, where do they keep having all the money to get home? This is especially when all the freaking Glee kids were there. And okay, Glee writers, there's a thing, if you all didn't know about it, I'm sure you all do, it's called shipping, right? And that first scene with like Quinn and Santana, it's like, I'm so done with men. I'm like, oh, shipping bait, queer shipping, whatever they call it, or queer baiting, that's it. I'm like, okay, it's for the fans, I get it, it's supposed, but once again, and we'll get to this more a little later, it doesn't feel natural. This isn't like Teen Wolf where they push that whole like Derek and Styles thing, where Steric and Styles and Derek, whatever their names are, they push it, they put it in the show, and they know people like it, and they put it in there, but they don't take it over the top like Glee does. Glee's like, aha, do you get it? It's like, if there's once again, subtlety in Glee. I know it's a hard concept, but please try one of these days. And then we also get a wonderful, like, hey, Glee's so progressive, right? Were you aware that people in wheelchairs can be assholes? Because Glee needed to tell you this. Because were you aware that, it's not just Artie who's all totally nice all the time, even though he's not. But there's this girl who he has to teach, and because he loves her or whatever, lusts after her, whatever, she's going to be a better person. That's how that works, Glee. A male will always make a female better. And were you aware that girls in wheelchairs can be assholes? Because that's pretty much all I took away from that whole plot of the episode. So one big moment that I know a lot of people always want to comment on, people always saying, oh, Curtin Blaine. Well, this episode they gave it to you. I think I remember somebody was asking, like, is like Kurt and Blaine like gonna like date each other or whatever? And then Ryan Murphy was like, yeah, well, they're gonna be each other's dates to like Mr. Shu's wedding. So, you're welcome. I'm like, oh, Ryan Murphy, you're such an asshole. But I think they forgot that like Kurt still kind of hated the shit out of Blaine. Like they sort of, gave the one other dude from the other episode like a kind of mention, but it didn't feel organic. Like, stop acquiescing to all these fan demands. Like, I get it. Kurt and Blaine will get back together. I get it. I know. Endgame, blah, blah, blah. But make it feel natural, please. It just feels forced, awkward, and a little weird. And by a little weird, I mean a lot. And yes, Emma's lip singing was terrible. Oh my God. So bad. Although I did like that apparently. I think that was Piano Guy at the wedding playing the piano. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. But okay, that was a little funny if that was the case. So Sue's a mega villain. Again, Sue is nothing. Oh my God, this ship baiting. Again with the whole, like, they were at the party and, Quinn and Santana are all like dancing together. I'm like, okay, guys, you're taking this a little far. Oh, I did not know how far they would take it. Um, Good God. Yes, drama, 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 drama. Like, I liked all the stuff with Marley and Ryder and Angry Kid. Like, that was like, the sort of relationship bullshitty drama that you expect from a show like this, Like, so I kind of like, it seemed like real in that whole, like, oh, she doesn't want to have sex. It's like, but oh, she's going to put it out anyway. Like, I like that. That was good, Points to Glee for that. And as always, the music I didn't really care about. Oh, Kurt and Blaine sung a song together. It's completely forced and doesn't feel natural at all. Hooray! We're just trying to appease our fans. Yay! Oh God, I hate this show so much. They also made a line that's like, that made it seem like Tina has always liked Blaine when that's only been the case for about a solid 3 or 4 episodes. I missed, like, that would have been maybe kind of not as bad. Still would have been kind of terrible if, like, maybe they had built up to it. But no, they act like it's always been that way. And, they did call out the fact that Tina totally, like, molested Blaine, which was not cool at all. But then they make it like a joke. Like, Kurt's like, oh, no, you didn't molest my man. Mm-mm. Or I think they maybe even said, like, raped or something, which is not funny. It's really fucking terrible. What the shit, Glee writers? And then the latest scene, they're all like, oh, it's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. It's like, no, that's not fucking okay. And look, I understand magical fantasy land. Not everyone acts 100% logical and shit like that. But for a show that, like, prides itself on being this great example of itself, teaching people all these good lessons, like, you then put that in there and, like, we're supposed to be like, oh, hey, it's totally fine. No. Okay, there's a thing called Repercussions. Let's try that, shall we, Glee? No? Okay. Oh, yeah, Emma leaves Shu at the altar. I don't care, because Shu's all like, ooh, look at all my supple teenagers are back, but you're not so supple and teenagery anymore. Like, that's pretty much all I got from that bit. Oh, Finn feels bad, and Rachel and some stuff. I don't care. So, Quinn and Santana sleeping together, and they're like, oh, it's a one-time thing, or is it not? Once again, it feels so forced. Remember how Santana in the last episode came was like, look at me, I'm in New York, isn't this super awesome? Oh, wait, no, I'm back here, and I'm going to sleep with Quinn. Like, why? Is, like, Quinn going to come to New York too? Has that been a spoiler? Because I don't really read the spoilers. I don't really care if you tell me in the comments below. But it just felt weird. Like, why came out of... Was that, like, them slapping each other supposed to be set up? Because I missed that. Quinn hates men, so that's why she wants to sleep with Santana. And they're, like, kind of mildly tipsy/drunk. But they seem fine with it afterwards. But it's still kind of weird and wrong. And why? Oh, okay, whatever, Glee. You're just weirding me out. Okay, like, oh my God. Like, once again, stop baiting people. Like, make it seem natural. Like, I get it that, like, people really, and I'm sure people are exploding. I'm like, oh my God, Diana Agron is kissing a lady. Maybe she'll kiss me. Like, that's totally awesome and fine. It just doesn't really work for the show. That's one of those things that probably works better in a fanfic, and maybe the occasional, like, throw out line, like, I'm done with men. And then, someone can go write a fanfic about it. Like, that's fine, whatever. But this is taking it too far. And maybe they'll do okay with it next week. I don't know. But, oh no, it's 3 weeks from now. Yay, I get a 3-week break from Glee. Oh, God. So, once again, yeah, oh, Finn, you're so creepy. Then everybody's having sex because that's just, it's like the breakup episode. Everyone's got to have a breakup. Oh, everybody's got to have the sex. Good times. So, drama. Oh, no, Ryder kissed her too. Standard relationship bullshit, whatever. So, this episode, the music I didn't really care about, like always. It just was not good, people. It was not good. Tina watch. She doesn't get really called out for, like, molesting the shit out of Blaine. I don't know. Someone suggested that I should do, like, a sugar watch. And maybe I should, because where is she? And Unique, for that matter. Maybe she was there in the background. I was watching on kind of a crappy TV. But... once again, just focus on the high school or fucking focus on New York. I'd much rather they focus on the high school because at least they can do standard relationship-y bullshit there because Glee cannot handle all this. Oh, and yeah, Rachel's, like, man friend, whatever his name is, in New York is all like, I totally didn't do anything. I just watched workout videos. But then he, like, had, like, a hooker or something. Or no, someone paid him to have sex. I think that was what was implied. I'm not really sure. At that point, I was just sort of like, fuck this show. So... what do I give this week's episode? This episode, it was bad, man. All that baiting and stuff. Like, I'm interested to see what other fans think of that. Because maybe everyone's like, oh my God, this is so great. It's the only good thing in Glee anymore. whatever. But oh my god, I mean, yeah, it's cool like to show like a girl like experimenting and it's totally fine or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a lesbian or bisexual lady, so I can't really comment on that. So if you're either of those or just into ladies or you feel like you have an opinion on it, comment below. So yeah, as me being me, I really don't know, pretty much. So yeah, this episode gets like a D plus. A D plus. I was not really inspired by this episode. It didn't do a whole lot for me personally. That's all for this week. We have a 3-week hiatus, people. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Probably party and, not be making these at like 10 o'clock at night after these are, after these episodes air and wait for them to export. So I don't know, maybe I'll answer questions or something. If you have a burning desire question you want me to see, answer on video, comment below. I will answer. I will do my best if there's enough questions. And make sure you say, I would love you to answer this in a video. Like, because I'll do it, then I can just do it whenever. It'll be under like answering questions or something. But yeah, that's really all I've got for this week. So as always, leave what you think below and we'll go from there. All right, so until next week, Glee fans, not next week, 3 weeks. See you later.